Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa. Well, you've joined us for another week of Exploring Tulsa, and I want to say thank you for joining me. Everything is in order, but you may have noticed that my partner isn't beside me this week. He's enjoying a little well-deserved time off, so I'll just chat with you myself as we go through today's stories. However, I may need a little time for myself someday, so I thought I would try out a couple of co-host options as we go along, if that's okay with you. Oh, Austin checking in. Hi, Austin.
Hi, Trish. What was that line about replacing me? Come on, I'm only gone for a little while. Sure, it's 85 degrees, sure it's sunny, and sure I'm on the beach without a care in the world. I'm about 90% sure I'll head back to work next week. I'm kidding. I'll be back next week. Thanks for covering for me, and you all enjoy this week's segments while I head back to the beach. Go ahead and feel sorry for me. Have a good week.
Austin is great to work with, and I can't imagine doing this without him. But I did bring a little buddy with me today just to keep me company. This week, we're gonna learn all about things cheese. We're gonna learn to brand just about anything, and we're going girl shopping. But first, there's a family of ninjas in South Tulsa just waiting to teach you to be a ninja too.
Well, this got started, it was a great idea my wife had just from watching this show, American Ninja Warrior. And after doing years of obstacle course racing and other athletic events, we were just like, we would love to have a gym just set up so we could do that stuff and practice on our own. Then when we had kids, it was like, we need a space so our kids can learn these skills and just enjoy the obstacles just as much as they enjoy watching the show.
When we adopted the kiddos about a year and a half ago, I started thinking about, ways for them to also kind of develop some coordination and those kind of things. And Nathan and I are really big into obstacle course racing. We love it, and so it's functional training, and I just really love the idea of them having a gym to go to and hang out and grow up in.
And that's kind of how it was developed. And then one year, or I guess this past winter, we were just like, we need to do this. So we just started working crazy at nights, pulling long hours after our normal jobs, and just got it going, and we're able to get it open this summer.
So I love seeing my 4 kiddos in here, and they're all naturally athletic anyway, but it's fun to see how fearless they are, and they'll try an obstacle and not succeed, and they get this little look of determination. We'll give them a little feedback, and just seeing them progress through some of those things and accomplishing goals, and they're so proud of themselves.
So our basic frame, it's set up to be 6 different little pods for obstacles, but within those pods we can adjust each one on the fly. So there's been times we've had people come in and they wanted the monkey bars to be a little closer, so we'll adjust those a little closer. We'll spread them apart, we'll add bars, we'll take bars out. And then another fun thing we like to do is just set up little mini courses, and we'll have kids run through or adults run through, and we'll time them. And so we'll set up a course, you'll get a time, and we'll see who can get the best time on it. We have a 2-inch foam back carpet, so we have a nice floor landing. We also have 3 crash pads, so that if you do something that you're a little worried about or you're a little hesitant about, we can throw a crash pad under you. And sometimes actually those turn into toys for the kids. The kids just love getting up high and then jumping onto the crash pad. But in our classes, we teach what we call a ninja roll. So it's how to hit the ground safely and then take your momentum and turn it into a forward roll, so that you're just not a sudden impact. You're taking your momentum, hitting the ground and rolling forward and then popping up. So it's almost like a controlled fall. We get all different kinds. We get people that are coming in here that just want to check us out. They're rock climbers and they're like, man, I've been watching the show. I'd really like to try out a couple obstacles. And those people are fun to watch because they're very methodical and they'll think about each obstacle as they do it.
That's one thing we want to get more into is like there's professional obstacle course racing and things like that goes on, but also people that train for American Ninja Warrior, and we want to be able to provide a facility for them too where they can try different obstacles and things that, you know, you don't just have in the backyard.
Then we get kids or families that come in, and the parents and the kids are just wanting to have a good time and have some physical exercise and get a little workout in. And they'll run around, they'll move stuff around, and they'll just have a blast.
It's a blast seeing kids come in here and get to try the things they see on TV, and you know, it's really exciting for them to see that even that little warped wall over there, they think it's pretty awesome to get up that thing, and it's been fun to see the kids in here. Also, we're getting more competitive athletes that are coming in and starting to have a good time.
And then we also get the classes that we have, and those are more like structured. So we'll start off with a warm-up, work on 1 or 2 obstacles, and then have some free time to run those obstacles at full speed and do multiple obstacles in a row. So it's quite a variety. I would love to compete. Right now, I'm working on a couple different runs that we have set up, and that would be my goal for this next year, is to get on the show and compete and hopefully make it up to the next level, or to the regional finals.
It would be a blast. I'd be probably too nervous to watch the entire thing, but yeah. I'm excited. He's starting to pick up his training, as well as my brother, who coaches all of our classes, and we're pumped to kind of get all that going off the ground.
What an incredible family. 4 kids and a new business? At least everyone sleeps well at night, I suspect. Now, I've never tried a ninja workout, but doesn't that look interesting? Do yourself a favor and check out their facility. We're coming back in a moment to talk to Amanda, the Cheese Wench, when we return in a moment with more Explore Tulsa.
Don't exercise too hard. Over-exercising stimulates hormonal changes in the body that promote fat storage.
That's right. Actually, over-exercising can make you fat.
When it comes to exercise, focus on maintaining an active lifestyle. Simply make a plan to move more and sit less.
Establish a regular cardiovascular workout routine, at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Get out for a brisk walk, regular time on the treadmill, or even the elliptical.
For a balanced exercise plan, look for our online video-based workout programs.
Get started today by visiting wellnesslifeacademy.com.
Thanks for coming back. Cindy and I are having a great time. We've spent considerable time over the years looking at fine dining, exploring fine wines, and we even learned about savoring a good cigar not too long ago. But we're adding cheese to our list of absolute must-haves for our next segment. Not your everyday cheese, but cheeses with names you may not be familiar with, and from places you may not have ever even been. I'll be keeping this little girl away from the cheese platter as we discover the intricacies of the world of cheese with our tour guide, Amanda.
I have an affinity for cheese and also trying to help others appreciate cheese. It's selfish, really, because if other people appreciate it, then there's an incentive for people to bring those delicious cheesy items into the state, and then I can have them, or I can bring them in and have an excuse to bring them in. It's not just cheese, it's a story. I mean, cheese is a living food. I mean, it continues to age and evolve, and once you understand that, you know, this young, fresh cheese is gonna be really different from this cheese after 6 months or 9 months or 12 months, and you understand why, and you understand the different components that go into it. What's most important, and the reason I like to teach these cheese classes so much, is it makes people understand why this is special, why you don't just go get the block of regular whatever, to know the story of the farm and the farmer behind it and the cheesemaker, and to really feel their passion. You know, I mean, it's a specialty product, and it's not a cheap specialty product. And so for people to understand, man, this is a pricey grocery product, but when you understand the amount of work that goes into it, the amount of care, the amount of time, you know, and you know what some of these farmers put into it, it clicks. And then when you taste it, and you really can tell the difference between, it's like any product. And once you really get to know the people who produce it, you kind of feel the difference, and you at least get an appreciation for what makes it so special. So coming up this month, I do have some cheese classes. I've got a Cheese 101 class on the 21st of August, and that is in Tulsa at the market at Walnut Creek. I do split my time with Oklahoma City, so I've got some classes and some things going on there. At the end of the month, I have a couple of wine dinners that will be announced very shortly, but it'll be 5 courses paired with wine, and that's a project that I'm kind of working on. I call it Stories on Plates, because behind every great dish, there's usually a story. There's a great story behind so much great food, and those are the things that I like to share. I don't want to just feed you a plate and say, here, this is this. I want you to, just like the stories about the cheesemakers and telling people, this is why I love this. This is why you should love it. It's the same thing with a plate of food. You know, I find that you enjoy it more when you can connect with it. Am I the Cheese Wench? I think I've been half mouse since I was a little kid. I actually opened and ran the cheese counter at the Grocer and the Gourmet. This was, 2008 maybe? And started teaching cheese classes there kind of by accident. I put together a kind of a Cheese 101 class for the staff so that they would know how to explain the cheeses while I was gone. Put together the big book. Here are the cheeses, here's what it is, and here's what it pairs with. This is, this is the wine, this is the accompaniment, this is what it is. And Linda Smalley, who was the general manager at the time, said, that was a lot of fun. You're gonna teach it again next week for the public. And I said, no, I'm not. She said, yes, you are. So I started teaching the cheese classes, and I actually had labels printed out. On the back of each piece of cheese would tell you what kind of milk, if it was raw, pasteurized, vegetarian, rennet, traditional. And then at the bottom it would list what wine or beer to pair it with. And Jason Ashley Wright came in to do a story for the Tulsa World on it. And he asked what my title was, and we kind of laughed, and we're like, well, they call me the Cheese Wench. And he printed it in the paper, and it stuck. And it was one of those kind of happy accidents. It sort of was a joke for a while, and then, like I said, it got printed in the newspaper and it stuck. And some people kind of look at me like, your name is what? And some people just crack up, but nobody forgets it.
Okay, that settles it. I'm learning more. Who knew? Amanda has a wealth of information to share. Cheese just being one of her specialties. Look her up and feel free to connect. Tell her you met her right here on Explore Tulsa. Hey, wait, I know who may know all about cheese too. Did we make the connection, guys?
Of course I know cheese, Trish. I'm a cheese connoisseur. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Well, I think we've been fully educated on cheese, but thanks for stopping in as a guest co-host. Would you mind taking us to a break?
My pleasure. After this short break, we're coming right back to talk to Jude and Erica at Fully Promoted.
You heard them. Stay tuned.
When it's time to turn it on, turn it all the way on with Sonos. Sonos, leading the way in innovative audio solutions for your home. Experience crystal clear, full-bodied sound at any volume level. And with rock-solid wireless performance and a system that's easy to set up, control, and expand, your Sonos can be completely customized to fit your needs. Video Revolution is your Tulsa source for all things Sonos. And right now is the perfect time to come in and talk audio. Video Revolution and Sonos, partners in superior audio quality and exceptional customer service on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
All right, this day is certainly not ordinary. I'd like to introduce another guest host, Professor Sludge. Thank you, sir, for coming on set with me today.
It is a real pleasure to do this, Trish. I'm a huge fan of the show. I never miss a week, not ever.
You watch the show?
Well, of course. What else would I do with my downtime?
Well, okay, we're glad to have you here. I'm gonna have to think about you having downtime while you and I both watch this next segment.
Jude and I used to work for a slot machine manufacturer in Reno, Nevada. He made them, I sold them. We were a match made in heaven. We corrupted the world for a living.
I actually worked and just kind of was a bachelor for 4 years before I met Erica, and we met on the production floor. She was coming to a class, rushing through there. I used to go into the gym early because I got off at 2:30, and she used to work till 4. And their thing was at 4:30. So I was coming out and she's running at full speed. I'm like, are you going to your class? She goes, yeah. I said, it's canceled. She's going, what? I go, yeah, the teacher's cat died, so they canceled the class today. She said, you're kidding me. I'm like, no. But do you play volleyball? Because I need a girl on my volleyball team.
Then he says, can you play tonight? I'm like, no, that's in 10 minutes, no. So I said, hit my extension, and I gave him the extension of my office, and he turned and walked one way, I turned and walked the other. The plant is a mile long. As I'm walking across, I hear, hey, hey you! And I turn around like, who, me? And he's like, yeah, what's your name? And that's how we met.
A year later, I proposed to her, and then another year later, we got married. So we got married in 2001.
We are a great partnership both in the store and outside the store. We really complement each other, yin and yang.
We leave work at work, and we leave personal at home.
When we were faced with another corporate relocation, I presented the option of let's think outside the box. And what could we do to ensure that we stay here and don't have the situation come up again where we're forced to relocate. So we thought, let's look at businesses. In March of 2017, we took over the store. I handle and have the most knowledge on our apparel side of things and that kind of branding for apparel and the embroidery, screen print, heat transfers, anything like that is kind of my area of expertise.
I am in charge of the promotional products and the other secondary services. Erica is in charge of the apparel. Anything you can sew on, she's kind of keeps that. Anything I can put your flat logo on, that's kind of me.
He is a manufacturing engineer by trade, a mechanical engineer by education, and so his job has always been to make things run faster, smoother, cheaper, more efficiently.
Taking the processes and everything I've learned in just my 18 months of owning this store has greatly helped our efficiencies and quality, and customer service, and all that. So the models that we have learned are very, very true, not only on the corporate side, but also on this, right? Hey, customer service is number one, a quality product is number two. If you have those two things, the price is the easy thing to talk about.
And my background is sales, marketing, project management, and then also I did interior design. So when it comes to the clothing, apparel, matching colors and things like that to help our clients either with a new logo design that they might be working with or to take an existing design and make sure we get the right thread colors to match, that background aids me a lot. Our goal is to continue with what the previous owners had created and grow it and be a one-stop shop for customers. And we're working together, yeah. So we've started working together and now we've come full circle and working together again. Yeah, it's awesome.
Now,
Fantastic, Trish. What an awesome idea. I can think of lots of things that need branding. My track, my shirt, my shoes, my head.
Yes, you would be a dream come true for Jude and Erica. Hey, if I may, how often do you have to change your shirts?
Every day, of course. I'm not an animal, you know. And I like to keep up appearances.
Naturally. Well, that gives me more to think about while we all take a break. But my buddy and I will be back shortly to see what happens next.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Why don't you take this one, my friend?
Yes. In our next segment, we meet an undercover FBI agent who's on the lam in the Witness Protection Program, but opened a wonderful little boutique right here in Tulsa. Oh, and I probably shouldn't give the address, though, should I? Being on the lam and all.
Professor Sludge, I don't think you were paying very good attention on this one. Why don't we just watch the segment and see how much of what you said was accurate?
Before I had Zella's, I had a career in organizational development, worked for a couple of companies, a consulting firm, and a last stop at the FBI. And I can't talk too much about it, but I developed training programs for the agents and intel analysts for the most part. When I bought Zella's, my friends were, what is with the girly shop? And is it your cover for the bureau or what? And I said, no, not that, but I was just in the mood for a change. I've owned Zella's for 13 years. And sometimes I say that retail years are kind of like dog years, so that translates to 91 years. So we're holding up and having a good time still. I wanted to own a business. I wasn't sure what that business would look like, but when I came across Zella's, it sparked my imagination. Zella had started the business a couple of years before. It was a fledgling business, and I bought it and created what I was thinking of as a retreat boutique. So I added hair styling services. We have a wonderful hairstylist here, Dawn Starr.
This started for me growing up. I had a mother that did hair, she was a stylist, grandmother that was a stylist, grandfather that was a barber. So I knew what I was going to do from an early age.
I just searched and searched, but I wasn't really finding the person I thought would be the right fit. And one of my customers said, hey, I have a hairstylist. She's just moved. I don't think it's quite working out. But I think she might be a good fit at Zella's. And Dawn used to own the salon at Saks Fifth Avenue, and just a major league talent and just a nice person to work for. She's been with me all 91 years that I've had the business.
When I first decided to do this, it was a little bit scary because I would be working by myself, and I'd always been in a salon with other stylists. So it was definitely a change, but it was very intriguing, very interesting.
I also wanted it to be a place, a gathering place for women where they come and they can shop, they can have their hair done, it's one-stop pretty, and have a good time and meet their friends here as well. We have quite a beautiful sense of community at Zella's, I think. We have book reviews, breakfast events, afternoon teas, and fashion shows. We do a lot of fashion shows. So hopefully it's a place where women come and just have a great time and bring their friends and feel pretty.
Susan's great to work with. Yeah, she's great. She really knows her clients. She really knows fashion. She's very friendly, very accommodating. She's just been a joy to work with.
Sometimes we have the fashion shows here at Zella's. Oftentimes they're at a country club for a women's group or a local hotel. But if someone says fashion show, we like to show up.
A lot of the women that like to shop here and come to those events are clients of mine, and it's a really nice thing because they'll come and get their hair done, shop, and then you see them again for the events, the book reviews, and the fashion shows. So it's all connected. We're all really good friends.
We have some favorite lines, multiples, a la carte, Piccadilly, a lot of different lines, probably about 20 different lines that we carry. And it's always evolving though. It always depends on what the women are looking for, the feedback that I'm getting from them on how the clothes are wearing, how they're feeling in them. We like to say we are fun, flattering, flirty fashions for women over 40. That's most of us. Yeah.
A lot of the ladies will come in and get their hair done, meet their friends for lunch and shopping, and we just all visit and have a nice time.
It's all about the relationship. I love clothes and I love shopping, but it's the women and the friendships that I've made here that really make it a meaningful work experience.
Now, do you have a better idea, sir?
I do. And that was actually a really nifty little shop. I'm gonna swing by sometime and introduce myself.
They will be surprised and pleased to see you, I'm sure. But you are right. Zella's is a very unique boutique, and you would be welcome. Hey, thanks for being here with me this week. I think we need to sit down soon and really get to know you better. Are you up to being explored in the next couple of weeks?
Absolutely. I'm very complicated, you know, but a gentleman at heart. It would be my pleasure.
Well, I'll make that happen soon. And next time, Austin will be here, and he will get a kick out of you. But for now, we have to take a break. But we'll be right back to try to wrap things up in our normal way.
The time is right now to consider solutions for outdoor landscape audio. You experience state-of-the-art audio inside your home. Now you can have it outside your home, on your patio, around your pool, even your whole backyard. Video Revolution has been providing quality sound systems for over 35 years. We partner with exclusive brands like Klipsch, James Loudspeakers, Sonance, and Episode. Our team of cutting-edge experts can assess your needs with a free in-house consultation. It starts simply with a phone call. My name is Randy. I'm here to help.
We made it! Thank you for watching our show again this week.
And we couldn't do this without our sponsors, so we take a moment to say thanks to Doctors Michelle and Mark Sherwood at Functional Medical Institute, where whole body wellness begins with just one visit. Yeah, I just said that.
Yes, you did. And to Dr. Zollner's and Associates, Tulsa's best eye care value, and still home with a $99 deal.
And to Video Revolution, where you will still find all your home and office technology solutions on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis. My kind of place.
Find us on Facebook or YouTube and say hi. Like and share our work or leave a message for us. We'd love to hear from you.
We do 4 stories a week, 52 weeks a year, so we're always looking for interesting segments. If you know of someone we should talk to, let us know. And we have an email set up for you to connect with us.
So that's all for now. We'll see you next time right here on Explore Tulsa. In Austin, come home.